Hey friends, are you ready to find out what penguin wrote back to Giraffe? Here we go. Dear Giraffe, when I'm not swimming, I stand up. I have two legs, but they are very short. I am quite good at walking. Yours sincerely, Penguin at Whale Point. My goodness, he has two short legs, just like you, Pelican. Their laughter drifted on the soft breeze. By this time, Pelican had begun to spend all his free time with Giraffe. Why don't we try drawing a picture of him? He suggested. That's a great idea. They read all of Penguin's letters over again. Giraffe tilted his head. Penguin, what do you think he means when he says he has no neck? Or that maybe he is all neck? Just then a snake slithered by. Giraffe, look at that, said Penguin. You can't really tell if Snake has a neck or not, can you? He looks like he doesn't have one, but then again, he looks like he is all neck. Maybe Penguin looks like him. I bet you're right, Giraffe said. Giraffe drew a picture of a snake with a beak and two wings standing on two short legs. That looks very odd, he said. You look pretty odd yourself, now that I think about it, Pelican said. He stared at Giraffe's long neck for some time. Then he said, I bet Penguin means that he can't tell where his neck begins or ends, like Snake. Pelican drew a long, straight body and added a beak, two wings, and two legs. Oh, I see. Yes, that looks better. And he says he's black and white. They tried making the body black on one side and white on the other, then black on top and white on the bottom, and then added polka dots to see how that looked. Just then, Zebra walked by. Giraffe, look, Penguin said. Black and white, they shouted. And so their picture of Penguin was done. Now Giraffe was ready to dress up like his pen pal. Do either of those pictures look like a penguin? I don't think so. Does that picture look like a penguin? I don't think so. Giraffe dresses up like penguin. Dressing Giraffe up to look like the picture was going to be much harder than drawing it. For starters, Penguin had only two legs, but Giraffe had four. Pelican, I've got two extra legs. What should I do? That's going to be a problem, all right, Pelican said. Maybe we should cover your whole body with something. But I wonder what we could use. Pelican looked at Giraffe up and down, then down and up. Wait a minute, I know. And I think I know where I can find some. And away he flew. Find some what? Where? Giraffe wondered. A little later, Pelican returned carrying something white. What's that? Giraffe asked, gazing up into the sky. Pelican let the white thing fall. It spread open in the air and floated down onto the grass. It's cloth, Pelican said. I thought this piece would be big enough to cover all of you. It looks just the right size. He wiped the sweat from his forehead. Well, where did you get it? From Stork. It's for carrying babies. He was really busy as usual, but he said he never uses this one. Somehow, I doubt she'll ever have to carry a baby this big, and she was happy to give it to us. The soft cloth fit Giraffe perfectly. He sat wrapped up in it for some time, fondly thinking of his mother. In the meantime, Pelican made a beak and feet just like his, and two little wings. Then he painted the cloth with black and white stripes, just like Zebra's. Finally, he was finished. Hooray, we're done. Now you look exactly like Penguin. What do you think? Is he going to look like Penguin? Dear Penguin, we did it. Now I look just like you, so I'm coming to see you dressed up as you. I can hardly wait. Yours sincerely, Giraffe. As usual, Pelican delivered the letter Special Express. Penguin was thrilled. He had invited his girlfriend and his parents and all his friends from his hometown to come. They were going to meet a giraffe for the very first time in their lives. And not just any old giraffe. They were going to meet a giraffe dressed up to look like a penguin. They made a huge welcome banner. Giraffe who looks like penguin. Welcome to Whale Point. There's their awesome banner. Everyone at Whale Point was busy getting ready to welcome Giraffe. This is so much fun. I've never seen a giraffe before. They were very excited. Looking back over his long life, Professor Whale said, well, this was worth waiting for all these years. Meanwhile, Giraffe and Pelican set off for Whale Point. The horizon is so far away. I told you so. Giraffe was bursting with gratitude. Thank you, Pelican. No, not at all. I should really be thanking you. Because you were once a bored giraffe. I'm no longer a bored pelican. And because we were bored, now we're friends. That's right, which means that being bored is not all bad. A warm, happy feeling filled their hearts. At last, Whale Point came into sight. Face to face at last. Any minute now, Pelican and Giraffe would arrive. Everyone at Whale Point stared at the horizon. Their hearts were beating with excitement. Something was coming. A raft pulled by Seal with somebody on it. The closer it came, the more clearly they could see. Do you think that's him? Someone said. No, it can't be, another said. I mean, he doesn't look like Penguin at all. They had planned to welcome Giraffe with a great round of applause, but instead they stood frozen to the spot. Penguin and Giraffe looked at each other. Their eyes met. Giraffe had prepared a little speech, but now he could not say a word. There was a long, awkward silence. Swoosh! Suddenly, the professor sent an extraordinarily magnificent spout into the air. Everyone gasped. Then they all began to clap and cheer at the spectacular display. The applause got louder and louder, and soon they were all shouting, "Welcome, Giraffe, who looks like Penguin!" Penguin dived into the sea and swam straight over to Giraffe, who did not look the least bit like Penguin. He jumped onto the raft and gave him a big hug. Does he look like a penguin? Thank you so much, he said. I'm so happy to see you. Giraffe smiled, embarrassed. I'm sorry. I don't look anything like you, do I? They looked at each other, then they burst out laughing. And once they had started, they just could not stop. They had never felt happier. What happened next? What happened next, you ask? Well, Giraffe, who tried to look like Penguin, and Penguin, whom Giraffe tried to look like, became the very best of friends. And of course, Penguin and Pelican did too. Oh yes, and Pelican and Seal as well. As for Professor Whale, after that last extraordinary spout, he found that he'd totally run out of puff. Time for me to retire, he said. There's nothing more for me to teach you. Penguin, you should go back home and become a teacher yourself. Although Penguin was sad to say goodbye, he decided to do just what the professor suggested. After all, it had always been his dream to go back to his island and build a school. It was about time for him to get married too, he thought. Seal and Pelican work as a team, delivering mail by sea and air. They're going to be very busy delivering all the invitations for Penguin's wedding. Of course, Giraffe is no longer bored. But what about the professor? Now that he's retired, won't he get bored, you ask? Not at all. He's very busy every day writing letters. Dear you, whoever you are, who lives on the other side of the horizon, I am Whale. I live at Whale Point. My story is almost all head. My body is almost all head, sorry. That's why I'm so smart, people say. Please tell me all about yourself. Yours sincerely, Whale at Whale Point. Who knows? Maybe that very letter is on its way to your place right now. And that's it. The end. Come back next time for an Easter story. Bye, guys.